What's up guys? I hope everyone is doing well. So today's video I wanted to do an update on my experience using the ordinary Mandelic acid 10% plus hyaluronic acid. Now I did post a video on this about a month ago and that was talking about what the product is, the benefits of it and my initial thoughts on the product. So spoiler alert, basically I just absolutely was loving it because it was just doing wonders for my acne prone skin. But since that video it's now been another month, so I've now been using this for a good 2 months, probably even more now I think. Yeah, this is my kind of 2-month check-in using this. Anyway, let's get straight on into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is how much I use. So I did mention in the last video I only use 3 drops and I found that is enough for my skin and I still get results. The most common thing I've had in my DMs is people saying like 3 drops, it feels like nothing in my hands, and that is right. When you apply 3 drops into your hands and you go like this, like spread it on your hands and then press it in, it does feel like you have no product on your hands and you're kind of like, is there anything even going on my skin? I promise you there is product going on your skin. If you do have this product, you know the consistency of it. It's kind of like it's not an oil, but it has got that kind of very light, oily kind of feel. And I promise you that even if you have 3 drops and you go like this and you're pressing on the skin, product is transferring. And I think this is one of the biggest areas where in conversation with you guys I think people are going wrong with this product. People are using way too much. I said this in the last video and I'll say it again, the directions on this product are shocking. Like, I'm sorry The Ordinary, but yeah, you guys need to sort out the directions on the back of the box, because when I first got this, like, I was new to using this acid too. I didn't know how much to use. I also didn't know, should I use it on its own, should I mix it? I mean, the directions just in general are just rubbish. Definitely trial and error, and one thing that I got from you guys talking to me was saying that some of you were having really bad reactions to it, and then after watching my video you were like, oh my god, maybe I was using too much, because some of you were saying that you were like you know, either dripping it on your faces or putting lots of, like, a big squirt into the hands and then putting it on the skin. I think that's probably where the first problem lies with this product, so less I personally think is more. So I have continued using 3 drops. For me that is just the perfect amount, but I have picked up another tip from one of you guys, which one of you told me that you use the 3 drops but then you take an extra drop and then you take your finger and then put a tiny bit extra on any spots or any kind of stubborn marks on the skin, and I tried that and I've been loving that as well. The next thing I want to touch on is how quick to expect results. The thing you need to remember, especially with Mandelic acid, is this is a larger molecule size. So it's not going to work as quickly as something like a glycolic acid, for example, which the molecule size is much smaller, so it can kind of get into the skin a lot easier and quicker. Because the molecule size of Mandelic acid is larger, it does mean in terms of its kind of exfoliating, regenerating actions, it is slightly slower. So if you have got things really kind of deep into the skin, it's going to take a little bit longer for them to come out. Now personally for me, I absolutely love that, because when you have acne prone skin and you do have, let's say, a lot of clogged pores under the skin and you use a very strong acid, let's say like a glycolic, and it speeds up that regeneration very quickly, then that period of kind of like purging period where things are being drawn to the surface, it can be intense. You know, if there is a lot of stuff there, like I said in my last video, go watch my salicylic acid purging video and you will know what I mean. It's intense when you use something strong on the skin, but also it can be really hard on your mental health, and that's something that I'm really aware of. So with the Mandelic acid, you can expect, yes, things are going to come to the surface, but they will take a little bit longer. So in terms of results, don't just judge this by 1 month. You do, like for example, I've been using this for 2 months and there's still the odd blackhead that I'm keeping my eye on, but I can see each day or each week it is slowly coming more and more to the surface, and just the overall experience is much more pleasant, because, you know, yes, things are coming to the surface, but it's not all at once. It's a little bit more gradual. It's a bit more manageable for me. So that's just something else I just think is really important to touch on. And yeah, I've had a much better experience with this than I have with more harsh acids. But overall, have patience and keep going. The areas of my skin where I have had clogged pores come to the surface, so I'll put a picture now of actually a week ago or 2, I had like this week where my cheek area really flared up, but I knew it was clogged pores because I saw them like the week before. I knew that they were brewing there, like coming up, and yeah, my cheek kind of inflamed for a week and then it's now calmed down, and now that area is completely flat and there's no clogged pores there anymore. So it is worth it. I just think my main message there is have patience with this product. In terms of really getting out all the blackheads, everything, I think it's going to probably take me maybe 4 months, maybe 5 months. I'll do another update when I reach that point. Something that I've noticed this has been working really well on is blackheads. So I actually tend to get blackheads actually on the cheek area, just kind of back here, and I have noticed that this has been doing a really good job. It does take time, like I've said in this video, but I do notice that it is really lifting these blackheads out of the skin. So yeah, that's just something else to mention. If you really suffered with deep blackheads, I personally have found this really beneficial for that as well. And my last little update for you on this is something I've noticed it's been so good for is actually pigmentation, so like post-acne marks. This is something that I get every single time I have a breakout, whether I touch it or not. I always mark on my face. Oh, I've really noticed that this has done a fantastic job at lightening those and just healing them up and getting them off my face very quickly. But actually what's been really great is not only has this been really combating my breakouts, and actually, sorry, something else to add on to that is around the time of the month, so it's actually the time of the month for me right now, I've had so much like less breakouts than I normally would. So that's another thing I've also observed. So not only has this kept my skin really clear, but it's also healing any kind of pigmentation and just helping me go towards that kind of even, smooth, you know, skin. Just to answer some like frequently asked questions, where do I place it in my routine? So for me, I actually place it basically after I've cleansed and toned. I then put my acid on and then I follow up with like my serum and moisturizer. That's where I would place it. If you do want to see it in action, I actually recently showed it in my evening skincare routine, which is only like 2 or 3 videos back. Oh, and another question I've been getting is how often have I been using it? And I actually have been using this every day, which is very kind of not what I would normally recommend with acids, but this has been just so gentle, and yeah, it's been absolutely fine to use every single day. So I hope today's update was helpful. I'll definitely do another update when I reach maybe 4 months. If you do have any like specific questions on it, please let me know in the comments below. I'll always get back to you there. Please do click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also I do post skincare content over on my Instagram as well, which is same as my channel, but it's Ebony's_acne_tips. So yeah, I'd love to see you guys over there. To my side right now, pop another video if you want to go check out some more from me. But anyway, have a wonderful day guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.